Okay, so in the last video for day 6, I got cut off at the end. I was talking about something. So I mentioned at the Siyum for Masechet Shavuot, or the tractate of the Gemara on oaths, that when you breathe in and when you breathe out, if you consider what's more pleasurable, it's breathing in. Why? It's because we breathe, Hashem breathed into us the breath of life when we became a living being. So this is where our life force comes from. It's from the in-breath that we take. We cannot communicate in this world. You cannot say a word, a sentence, a letter, anything, any sound. You can't make a linguistic sound without breathing out. All the sounds that you make for language speaking, right? Linguistics is breathing out, right? Everything is breathing out. It's your reflecting back into the world. So what Hashem has given us, we need to take great strides to make sure what we put back out into the world is just as holy and pure. So day 7 in A Lesson a Day by the Chofetz Chaim. So this is a compilation of teachings from 2 books that he wrote, Sefer Chofetz Chaim and Sefer Shmirat HaLashon. So Chofetz Chaim means desiring life, right? So this section is called Matters of Taste. It would seem that there is nothing derogatory about a statement of taste. To say, I don't like dry wine, is a description of the speaker's preferences and not a critical evaluation of wine. Ostensibly, then, one should be allowed to say that he does not like the oratory style of a given lecturer. In fact, however, such statements are generally prohibited, for they imply that the speaker lacks effectiveness. So it says in the margin, the longer one persists in guarding his tongue, the easier it becomes. The longer you persist in guarding your tongue, the easier it becomes. It's just like, I was thinking today, there's a viewer that I have that puts up different videos, and he has something he was talking about people like with the fighting competitions and stuff. And I was thinking how like there's all these younger like fighters and stuff like that, but yet I wonder how someone like Chuck Norris, who's like very old now, would do against some of these people when he's been training his whole entire life, right, to fight his whole entire life, even though he's out of all this stuff anymore, like competitions and movies and stuff like that. Like, he could probably still take someone down lightning fast because he knows that he's old and he's had all this practice in specific methods to like do easy, quick strikes to disable something. So just like that, it's like that old, martial arts master or something. The longer you persist in something, the easier it becomes. So over here, Sefer Shmirat HaLashon, breaking bad habits. And this is why the evil inclination is so powerful over people, is because the evil inclination has been doing this for a long time. Been training people how to speak for a long time. Okay? But anyway, breaking bad habits. In truth, there is no basis for the contention that the average person cannot avoid forbidden speech for more than a day or two. It is a proven fact that the longer one persists in guarding his tongue, the easier it becomes. To gossip is a habit, and habits, as time goes on, become part of the person's nature, but bad habits can be broken, especially when one becomes aware that a given habit involves numerous Torah prohibitions and is described by our sages in most severe terms. Such an awareness, coupled with a bit of zealousness, goes a long way. One who would speak whatever came to mind without a moment's hesitation will now find himself weighing his words before expressing them. So one should not grow frustrated if after he resolved to avoid forbidden speech, his evil inclination got the better of him and he spoke lashon hara, or evil speech, right? Even if this happens time and again, nevertheless he should not despair. Rather, he should forever strengthen himself to avoid improper speech and persevere. This is how one should conduct himself his entire life. This is the intent of the Talmud statement, quote, one should forever arouse his good inclination to subdue his evil inclination. Berachot 5a. Life is an ongoing struggle with one's evil inclination. One must forever be poised for battle and never be discouraged by failure. With knowledge of what the Torah requires of us and proper resolve, our efforts will ultimately succeed. And just remember, unlike Iran, unlike Hamas, unlike Hezbollah, unlike Houthis, unlike, the bully, unlike everything, the bad guy in this world, everything that's your nemesis or whatever, the evil inclination does not offer you a ceasefire. There is no ceasefire. There's no terms of surrender with the evil inclination. Day after day after day, the evil inclination never stops. So you should learn something from the evil inclination. Never stop.